Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Clean by Taylor Swift. This is probably my favourite new song of hers from her new album and I really love it. So without further ado, you will need a capo on the 4th fret and that means your guitar should sound like this. And you will also need to know how to play the chords C, G, A minor and F. If you know how to play those chords then you can skip ahead, and if you don't, I will show you how to play them now. So the C is your first finger on the 1st fret 2nd string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 4th string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, and that sounds like this. The G is your 1st finger on the 2nd fret 5th string, your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret 6th string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and your 4th finger on the 3rd fret 1st string, and that sounds like this. The A minor is your 1st finger on the 1st fret 2nd string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 4th string, 4th string, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, and that sounds like this. And lastly there's the F. This can be played one of two ways. I'll be playing it as a bar chord, which is your 1st finger across all of the strings on the 1st fret, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, and your 4th finger on the 3rd fret 4th string, and that sounds like this. Or you could play it this way, which is your 1st finger on the 1st and 2nd string on the 1st fret, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 4th string, and that sounds like this. And those are the chords. Okay, so this song is fairly simple to play. It follows a similar strumming pattern and a similar chord pattern throughout the whole song. So it goes like this: C, G, A minor, F for all of your introductions and all of your verses. And for the first introduction and the first verse, what you're going to play is this. So it's going to be C with palm mutes and downward strums. So palm mutes when you use this part of your hand to rest across your strings here to get this sound, instead of this sound. And yeah, it's going to be C, G, A minor, F twice for the introduction, 4 times for the verse, and it will sound like this: C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, and a further 4 times for your verse. And yeah, that's it, but you're doing downward strokes for that, so it's about 8, and it will sound sort of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. That's kind of, for each of those numbers, just hit the string then. So yeah, that's kind of how I would describe it. Then you've got the pre-chorus, which is G, F, G, F. This is pretty much the only time the song changes. So yeah, that will sound like this, and you're going to be using palm mutes again, but this time we're going to raise our hands slightly off the strings so that there's more of a sort of vibration, I guess. So instead of having, you're going to have this kind of sound instead of just that kind of sound. Yeah, it will sound like this. Hung my head, this is the part where it says G, F, G, and by the end of it you're just hitting the strings downwards constantly and pretty much without resting your hands on the strings at all. And I think it's roughly, again, like about 4 to 8 beats that you're strumming each string. It will kind of change with how you want to get the song to sound, but it will be between that number, so 4 to kind of 8 downward strums. Then you've got the chorus, and here's the sort of the chord pattern reverts back to what it is in the introduction and the verse. So it's C, G, A minor, C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F. And you repeat that, so that C, G, A minor, F, you're repeating it twice. That was a really long way of saying that, I'm very sorry about that. But this time you're doing that with open chords, so instead of just open strumming, so instead of doing this, you're doing this. And that will sound like this. C, G, A minor, F, so you're just going to kind of end the chorus on the C chord and let that ring out. So you're doing it roughly again with about 8 beats for each of your chords, and it's about 8 downward strums. So C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F, and then lastly C. Just ring that out for the next verse. And the next verse is the same as the first verse, and the next pre-chorus is the same as the first pre-chorus. The only thing that you could change perhaps with the second verse is, instead of doing palm muted strings, so instead of playing C, G, A minor, and F like this, what you could do instead is do them the same way that you play them in the chorus, so with with the open strumming like this. G, A minor, F. You could do that if you wanted to. It's really up to you, but that's just like an opportunity for a bit of diversification. Then you've got, again, another pre-chorus, which is the same as the first pre-chorus. Then you've got the next chorus, which is the same as the first chorus. The only thing that kind of changes here is that in the first chorus you only played C, G, A minor, F. You only played that twice. For this one, you're going to play it 4 times, just because there's a few extra lyrics in there. So it's the same strumming pattern, you're just repeating it 4 times instead of twice. Then you have the bridge, which is C, F, C, F, and then kind of like an introduction again, so C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F. And the strumming pattern here, again, it's really up to you. I like to play it with sort of palm mutes, but you don't have to. And it will sound a bit like this. You're going to be playing the C and the F for twice the length of time as you would usually play the chords in the rest of the song. So it'll be C, 10 months sober is where we're starting. So C, F, C, F, C. And this is where she sings "The drought was the very worst." Now you could carry on with that palm mute as I was about to do then, so C, G, A minor, F, and repeat. Or you could change it so that you're doing just 1 stroke for each of the chords. Or, again, you could do it with open strumming, so C, G, A minor, F. So play around with that, see which one you prefer, and let me know in the comments below actually, because I'll be interested to see how people play it. And then yeah, there's a final chorus, and this one you kind of play until it fades out, so it's C, G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, F. You repeat it. In the official version of the song, I think it's repeated 8 times, but it could be 6. And again, as I say, you can just play it until you kind of feel like stopping, so play it however many times you want to. And yeah, that's the song. Thank you for watching. I hope this video wasn't too complicated, and I'm sorry that I've said a lot and I've messed up a couple of times. It's my first video in a while. I'm recording this all in a day, and I've recorded a couple today, and I'm kind of still getting into the swing of things. So yeah, thank you for watching and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, and yeah, thanks for watching.